Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today we are predicting the Premier League week 35 of the in football. So kicking off tonight, Man City versus Wolves. A really interesting one. Wolves just coming on the back of a 6 consecutive Premier League wins, of course, but Man City are starting to find some form now. But I'm going for City to win 2-1. Then tomorrow on 12:30 lunchtime, Aston Villa versus Fulham. But a lot of people think it's too close to call, but I'm going for Aston Villa to win 2-1. Before you get into the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button and thumbs up. Give us the likes. Give us like 1,000 likes and hit the subscribe button, and it's free to do. So Everton versus Ipswich, right? Ipswich, as far as Ipswich are concerned, they're already relegated after their 3-0 defeat to Newcastle. It's been like a horrible campaign, but they've been competitive. But it's very sad to see Ipswich relegated. But Ipswich, since the improvement under David Moyes, is just going off the boil a little bit. But I'm going for Everton to win 1-0. And then Leicester versus Southampton, bottom two teams, worst Premier League team sides ever this season, but Leicester are struggling for goals on home turf, but I'm going for 1-1 draw. Right, Arsenal versus Bournemouth. I said Arsenal to beat Bournemouth 2-1, and then Brentford to beat Man United 2-0, Newcastle to beat Brighton 2-1, and West Ham to beat Spurs 2-1. Right, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Chelsea are scraping their way through to the Champions League qualification spots. Unconvincing to performance domestically, but victories beginning to come as supporters remain unhappy with the manager Maresca. Liverpool perhaps felt a bit of pressure of late, but now is completely off as they go on to extend their parade themselves as champions. It was like absolutely unreal. Absolutely emotion scenes in Anfield. At Anfield, but these final 4 games, this is statistical that teams' points per game rates drop off when they have already been crowned Premier League champions. But signing with a grinding out Chelsea side may be the way to go for this one at the bridge. But I'm going for Liverpool just 2-1 in an absolute brilliant game at Stamford Bridge. You just never know with Chelsea. They can turn up and be explosive. Especially with the Cole Palmer celebrations. Right. The last final game of the fixture on Monday the 5th of May. Bank holiday Monday. These two experienced very different FA Cup semi-finals weekends last week as Crystal Palace prepared for a cup final, while as Nottingham Forest focus on the top 5 fight in the league. But Oliver Glasner's Crystal Palace dispatch of Aston Villa with an impressive performance at Wembley Stadium with their FA Cup semi-final last weekend as the Eagles blast the Villains away 3-0 to set up a final with Manchester City later this month. Palace have been a shaky form in the league, but build up to that season defying clash with Unai Emery's Villa. They have opened up the scoring via an excellent Oubjay Eze 31st minute before the second half, scored by Senegal international Sarr. As for Nottingham Forest, are on the other hand have been in the middle of a poor run of form of late. That includes a 2-0 defeat to Manchester City at Wembley Stadium in their FA Cup last week, with City scoring early half of deficits via Rico Lewis and Josko Gundogan. But now Nuno Espirito Santo sides begin this weekend. Round of fixtures now sitting outside the top 5 of their Champions League spots, but too heavily most recently suffered a 2-0 defeat of the Europa Conference League, chasing Brentford at the City Ground on the other day. So Crystal Palace started this season slowly after a magnificent end to the last campaign, but since middle to late October they have returned to be one of the better sides in the Premier League. But they are set up to play on the counter-attack. But same could be said for Nottingham Forest too, who need to discover some form quickly, having now lost form of their last 5 matches across all competition. Both sides set up play reactively. Low scoring affair decided by set piece. Perhaps seems like a likely outcome. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. That's my predictions then for Premier League Week 35 of the football predictions. Leave on your comments below and we'll see you in the next one. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Bye.